You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live. Next, featuring intimate and in-depth interviews with Black Hollywood's next edition of stars and influencers. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined. And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, next.
Okay.
Yes. What up? Welcome to Black Hollywood Live, next, where we have all the hot topics on everyone who's next up and coming in this world. I am your host, Megan Thomas, and I'm joined by this beautiful lady right here. What's your name, girl?
Kiki Ayers.
Kiki Ayers. You say it so sweetly.
I'm sweet.
Put some thug in it.
Kiki Ayers.
Child, never mind. You lost your street cred. And definitely. And as always, we have a hot guest on our show, and today's no different. We got a handsome, chocolatey brother with a little goatee on now. I'm sure you've seen him in different movies and TV shows. He's on a show right now on Fox called Backstrom. Give it up for Paige Kennedy.
Hello.
Look at you, Paige.
Hey, look at you.
Being cute today with your sweater.
Being all fine and sick. Both of y'all.
Trying to show your muscles through your sweater.
No, I'm distracted over here. I'm like, dang, I don't know where my eyeline is.
Is that your real name, by the way, Paige?
Dang, she just go in right for the
I just thought about that.
Actually, my name that I was born with is Felton Eugene Kennedy II.
Okay.
Paige came from, I used to be a rapper in high school, and I went by Rampage, and all of my teachers called me Rampage except my computer teacher, who said, I'm not calling you Rampage. I call you Paige, but I'm not calling you Rampage. And so when I went to college, the first class that I was in, English class, they asked, what did you want to be called?
Right,
I mean,
right.
And I was like, I don't want to get embarrassed the first day in college. Let me go with Paige. They call me Paige, and then I just kept Paige, like.
You just kept this. I mean, Felton's cool too.
No, it's not cool. It sounds like a disease you get on your feet.
Oh
Why
my
do you think I got rid of that name, Felton? And it's so awkward because I've never said that on air, and you just went right in, but no one usually asks that.
You know, that's how we do.
What made you ask?
Because Paige is not a typical name for a man, especially not a black man. How many black people you know named Paige?
I don't know any black people named Paige. I only know little white women named Paige, and it's spelled with an I.
Right. So I had to ask because I thought, like, wait, where you get that name? I like Felton though. Felt.
See, it doesn't even sound right.
I don't really know how you shorten that, but you know.
I don't know how you shorten it, how you make it sexy. Like, how you tell me to come get this. You know what I mean? That's just weird.
Yeah, you're probably right. Sorry, Paige.
It sounds like you got money, though. Felton sounds like you got money.
Right,
Yeah, maybe.
Felton.
Yeah,
Paige sounds more
but tell her to say Paige softly and sensual. That sounds great. Go ahead. See what I'm saying? Y'all feel it.
Felton. See, yeah, that's all good. It's okay. So as always, we talk about what's hot in casting, music, and whatever's big and what's next in the world. So let's talk about some casting news that we have going on in the world right now. So it was recently released that Kevin Hart, the illustrious comedic character Kevin Hart, he actually says he will never play a gay role. And he said, he was talking on The Breakfast Club on Power 105.1, and he was saying that it's not because he has any disrespect. He loves the LGBT community, but he just said that because of the insecurities that he has with himself, he wouldn't be able to play the role, which I think is honest.
Yeah.
Some people will probably hate on him for that, but Paige, you've played a gay role before, right?
Yes, I have.
Was there any apprehension for that with that?
No, not for me, because I look at myself as a thespian, and so, in college I've played all type of things, kings, queens, like all type of things, and I don't want to limit myself just because of other people's insecurities of that.
Right.
So,
is there anything that you draw the line at and say I can't do that?
I don't know. I mean, nothing's come across my table that I'm just like, just cannot do that. So I haven't even thought about things that I wouldn't do. I mean, I'm sure there's something out there that I might be like, but maybe if it required, like, maybe if the gay role required like a super duper sex scene or something, I don't know, I might be uncomfortable with that.
Okay, and see, that's kind of what Kevin said. He said the role was actually for the 2008's Tropic Thunder. With he was supposed to be the role of Chino, which went to Brandon T. Jackson.
Oh.
But he said that the stuff in the original script that they gave him was just too flagrant for him. He was like, they had this character doing a lot of off the wall stuff that I just wasn't comfortable with, and so I get that. I get that if you see.
Listen, I played a gay role on My Name Is Earl. I was like a gay thug, so it was like I was the leader of the black gang, and there was a leader of the Hispanic gang, and we just kept fighting, and they put us in a hole together, and we fight, and months later we just fell in love. and we would cause riots once we got out, just so we can get together and like smooch and pretend like we're fighting. So like that was like over the top, like funny type stuff, you know. Nothing too bad though. I don't know why you have a way of like bringing stuff out of me that no one's ever asked me before.
That's what we do on Next, man.
Jesus, I'm gonna tell you my. All right, so there was a scene where we had to like slowly kiss, and I just naturally lick my lips a lot. I don't know why. Like I feel like I'm LL Cool J or something. I'm just constantly licking my lips. And he told me, he was like, dude, do not lick your lips again before we kiss. Because it's I don't like it. Right. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. It's just a natural thing that I do. And do you know the next take, right when it was about to happen, I was like, okay, it's about to go down. And I licked my lips, and my brain said, uh-oh. And his eyes said, you. And I saw him die inside, and I was like, oh, this is not going to be good when they call cut. I just kind of hope this thing keep going on for a long time. I don't want them to call cut.
Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious,
yeah,
actually.
So I did play that.
Yeah, and as you said, you licked your lips like 10 times. Yeah.
I don't know. I got these big lips. They need to
got
be.
Them soup coolers.
I got them soup coolers.
Right.
I need moisturizer.
Right. Hey, Kiki, tell us what's going on in the music world.
In the music world, a song dropped. You might be familiar with it. "Drunken Love." It was made over a year ago. Jay-Z and Beyonce, of course. But Lil Wayne and Christina Milian decided to remake it. So you want to see how it compares to Jay-Z and Beyonce, which is huge because it's Jay-Z and Beyonce. So
right.
Let's hear a little bit of it. I tried to pick a portion I wasn't too explicit. So, what do you think about that?
I'm gonna give that 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
I'm gonna give that 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
Page
Is it that
page.
bad?
It's not Jay-Z and Beyonce.
That's what I'm saying. You can't remake something that you just
and like a year later. You know, it's
And
not
it's
like an old remake. Like you're making it a year later. The song is still hot. Like you play that in the club, it's still gonna jump.
And then her version's nasty.
Yeah.
It's like really nasty.
Nobody knew what watermelon was when Beyonce said it.
Right. Christina Milian saying some nasty stuff.
I don't know. She looks sexy in that picture though. That
does.
tattoo.
Right,
She's always cute.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah. But
What you give the song, Paige?
I would probably have to hear the whole song because I just want to hear Lil Wayne. I mean, but I will tell you this. My honest opinion on this new Sorry for the Wait 2, it should have been Thank You for the Wait because we could have waited longer. I don't know. Like I like Lil Wayne a lot, you know, but something about his voice on this new mixtape he got is kind of annoying to listen to for a whole 45 minutes. I don't know. Maybe he should have gave us an EP or something, 2 songs, single.
I heard a few songs. I don't know. I need something different from Lil Wayne. I need him to do classical. I need him to do something. I need him to sing. I need something new from him because think about it. He's been out for how many? Like 10, 15. Almost 15 years, right?
Time. Like
15
bling
years.
bling days, remember that?
Man,
Block is hot.
No limit, like that. No limit. Sorry.
Well,
Back
he's
in that
doing
era came
something
out.
with No Limit now. He had something with Master P. Probably trying to make his daddy upset about that.
right. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. I love Lil Wayne, but I need something different from him.
Me too. I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like right now he's just like good as a featured artist rather than.
Oh dang! Has he been demoted to a feature?
Well, he does that a
I'm
lot.
not saying that, but that's what he's been doing. So
Yeah, he's
it's
been
like,
doing that a lot.
Drake has been killing it. He's kind of just been sitting back on features, hitting on, jumping on Nicki Minaj's songs, Drake's songs, everybody's songs. But yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, let's talk about the next big thing. Cortez is not here, but he wanted y'all to know that there is something else going on in the world. And the next big thing is the Belfie Stick, y'all. Now, when I saw this ad, I was like, what is this? Like, this ad doesn't tell me, like, does it make your booty big? Like, what is it? Let's go to the next picture. So, what it does, it's basically this stick that you put your phone on that you can take a picture of your butt.
Hilarious.
Hence, Belfie, the butt selfie. And I was really like, people are going to buy this, and I guarantee you somebody's on Instagram like, oh, I need that with this Bluetooth clicker.
Wow.
So
Don't send it iCloud. Don't send it through
I know,
iCloud.
right.
Belfie.
Yeah, look at these other pictures. Like, and I was like, how does this really work? So then you see the type of pictures you can take with it.
Why is he taking one? What is he doing? His dog like, really?
Right,
You got me in this Belfie with you? You gonna put me in the Belfie with you? Now we both look gay. Come on, bro.
But it does look like somebody else is taking the picture.
I wish they would have used better models. Come on, man. Why would they need to look at their booties?
Because everyone wants to have a Belfie page.
I don't know, but
Belfie.
Are you gonna be next with the
the
Belfie?
white girls, nobody. I'm like, why she need a Belfie?
Well, maybe this picture's a little better. The next one.
Hey. All right.
wow.
Whoa, she got it. Okay.
It's a little, that's a bit much.
She
though.
using it for two things.
She gonna buy the Belfie?
Oh, wow.
Am I gonna buy the Belfie?
Yeah, Paige. You gonna show us what you're working with?
No, I'm not gonna buy the Belfie.
On your Vine, we're not gonna get to
I
see
don't
you.
need the Belfie.
What if a girl asked you to buy a Belfie?
For her?
Yeah.
No, I'll just do it for her. I'm like, hey girl, I'll be your Belfie. I'll be your Belfie. Can I be your Belfie, man? Huh? Can I be your Belfie?
Wow.
I think I'm a pass. But,
All right, that's
but
cool.
yeah. So let's talk about you some because you are hilarious.
Hey, thanks.
Hilarious. So we're gonna get a little bit into your life.
Yeah, we're going to take it back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can
I'm so
remember how
nervous
far
right
back
now.
we're going to take it
I
back.
know you were sweating.
I'm sweating.
So I know you were born in Detroit.
Yes.
And then you moved to Los Angeles with your mother when you
Yeah.
were 6, and then you went back to Detroit to reunite with your dad.
Yeah, so I was born in Detroit, and then when I was 2 months old, my mom was like, "Screw you, dude," and came to Los Angeles. And then when she was here, you know, she was dealing with being young, and so she sent me back to my dad when I was 6 to Detroit.
Detroit. How was that to know you went through 2 different cities, but also go back and forth between 2 different parents?
Well, it was interesting because here, you know, when I was in Los Angeles, I think your memory only goes back to what, like around 5 or something.
Yeah, you don't even remember.
So
LA.
I only remember like maybe like a year or 2 being in Los Angeles, and most of the time I just remember being by myself, you know, because she was out doing her thing, whatever. But when I went to my dad, it was just a whole different thing. For one, it was cold there.
Right.
For 2, he was more established, but he also was into more stuff. So I saw a lot of crazy things going on. But I think I needed that father. You know, I think I needed that father to you know, help me become a man, because my mom was, you know, she was out doing her own thing.
Right, absolutely.
You know, so I would have been raising myself.
Absolutely. And your father passed?
Yeah, my dad died when I was 16.
Wow.
And I was in high school, and you know, because he always tried to teach me about education. You know, that was his whole big thing. I was like, all right, well, I want to finish high school. I want to go on to college, and that's why I continued to go to different levels of colleges, mainly because he you know, he bust his ass to make sure that I was gonna be right. You know, so I wanted to go to make him happy and proud.
Right. He was a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't you want to become a doctor?
He wanted me to become that.
Right.
Like, you know, he ended up. I have this thing on YouTube called Draw My Life, and it kind of like breaks down like the whole situation of what happened. But my parents were a trip, you know. So my dad was a doctor, but he was / drug dealer too. So he left he left the hospital to start his own practice called Rex Click Study Group, where he taught LPNs to take the state boards to get their RN license.
Oh, cool.
And I used to help with putting the pamphlets together, copying this, doing all that, and he wanted me to continue that company, but that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a rapper.
Of course.
So you wanted to be a rapper. At what age did you decide you wanted to get into acting?
Well, okay, so I wanted to be a rapper, but I wanted to be an entertainer, pretty much, and I figured out that I wanted to be an actor at 7. Wow. I started rapping at 7. I figured out I wanted to be an actor at 7 because Michael Jackson was my hero, and he still is to this day. He's like the biggest influence of anyone that I've ever had. And he played the Scarecrow in The Wiz, and that was my favorite movie. And that's what made me want to be an actor.
A scarecrow,
The Scarecrow.
Honey.
Have y'all seen The Wiz?
Oh,
Yes.
He's on down.
That's right. That role is what made me want to be an actor.
All right.
So I know you attended Western Michigan University and then transferred to University of Delaware.
Yeah, well, initially, when I first left high school, I went to Grand Rapids Community College because I thought I was going to play football there. Like some of my football players from high school had went there. I thought that I was going to go there and play football, but that didn't happen. I went there and did not make the team. And I got into theater because I figured, well, the best actors came from theater anyway, I thought. So I was like, well, let me jump into theater. So I did theater for 2 years at Grand Rapids Community College. Then I went to Western Michigan University.
Okay, and then why did you decide to transfer to Delaware after that?
Well, I graduated. I graduated university, and like I said, I wanted to... I'm somebody who, I want to be great. I want to be great because, like I said, my influence was Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And so my brain is like geared towards that. Like Kobe and Michael Jordan are like my favorite basketball players because of that fortitude, because of that will to want to be great no matter what the social game is. Whatever people think about them, they don't care. They only care about winning and being profound. And so that's how I wanted to be. So I was like, well, let me go and continue my education so I can become a better actor. So I went to the University of Delaware to study Shakespeare. Because that was my favorite playwright at the time. So I went there for a while to do that.
No, we gotta hear some Shakespeare because it's not every day you hear a black man from Detroit doing Shakespeare.
I know, right? That's crazy. Okay, I can do something from this play. My favorite Shakespearean role is Richard III. So I can try and do something from there. Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by the sun of York, and all the clouds that lowered upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarums changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures.
Yes! Okay. I love it. Because I really thought you were going to be like, you know what, never mind.
You
better use using your movie trailer voice.
Hey,
you do have a movie trailer voice. Like, now in theaters.
In theaters this summer.
Yes!
Megan and Paige.
I love it.
Rated R.
Rated R.
It definitely has to be rated R.
No, my mama and daddy gotta watch it PG-13.
Oh no! Come on, man.
Yes.
Are we there yet, movie?
Right. So,
straight to DVD.
You're so crazy. So back in 2005, you starred as Caleb White on the hit show ABC's Desperate Housewives.
Yeah.
Why did they end up going with another actor for that character?
Well, listen, I don't know how many times. In this business, like, you can always be replaced, and I've been replaced like a number of times, and they never actually really give you a legit reason why. They just tell you, that the producers decided that they wanted to go a different direction, and then that's the only information you could take there. From there, you get all type of, other stuff, just hearsay stuff of what happened. So I have no idea why they decided to go a different way. I was on I did a pilot with Alex Borstein called Life at 5 Feet before that too. And we did the pilot and we thought it was great or whatever. And then I guess the test audiences thought that they didn't believe that. I was her roommate. She played Miss Swan on Mad TV and Lois on Family Guy. And same thing. They just said, the producers decided they need to go a different way and they recast. And so, for me, I just have to take the money and move on, you know what I mean? So that's what that was.
Well, don't worry about it. You're probably too sexy for that role.
Hey,
that was my show.
Hey, yeah. I mean, I had fun on there. I thought that I was doing a good job. That's still a role that I would like to play. Like I feel like I have something to offer a role like that. I have a vulnerability to bring to like a sensitive character like that.
Okay.
I know it sounds weird saying sensitive character but when he's like like a monster, but
no, but he was like he was what, autistic, or he had something,
right.
Yeah. I remember that role.
I would still want to, I would still want to do something like that.
Right. Okay. So then that year also you had a recurring role on the TV version of Barbershop. On Showtime, and it was starring Omar Gooding Jr. And so John Ridley was, I believe, the director, or he directed some episodes. He also wrote the screenplay for 12 Years a Slave. What was it like to work with him?
Well, I mean, it was dope. I mean, he was always like welcoming to me. He was always complimentary, and that's a show that I got to jump in and out of. Like I recurred on there, but it was fun. Like that character was just Big Tricky was his name, and he was so just free and alive. And I've been lucky in a sense in Hollywood to play characters that are like alive, which allows me to just completely be free and do like whatever. So that's been kind of fun, Obviously, I have the grass is always greener on the other side. I'm like, I want to be leading man. I want to be able to kiss a girl. This time. I want to be the boyfriend, but character roles are usually like the most rich, and I've been fortunate enough to play those, and that was one of them.
Yeah, that's a good show. I actually liked it.
Yeah.
And so you started another Showtime hit, Weeds, as a drug dealer. U-Turn.
Yeah, U-Turn.
And then you also, a lot of people know you from the Spike television show Blue Mountain State.
Yeah.
Where you played quarterback, right?
Yeah, Radon Randall.
What was it like? So you got to put your football skills back to use. Was it hard, like, since you hadn't played football in a long time, or was it like, this is all coming back to me?
No, crazy enough, it was very difficult because of the position. I never played quarterback ever at any time. I was a running back my whole life, and so to be a quarterback was strange for me because I had to learn how to do that's like the most difficult position on the football field. Right. And if you've never I never even played around like I was the quarterback, so it was challenging at first to learn all of the techniques of it because there's a lot of specifics that I didn't even think about. You don't think about something unless you're immersed in it. So the way that you catch the ball, how many steps back you got to take, the way you have to take the steps back, how you got to hold the football up the whole time. It was like a lot of stuff that I had to learn quickly because I didn't learn that until right before we started shooting. So I'm like, I better learn this quickly. So it was funny, a lot of those football players, they were laughing at first because it was like, it was
they got this guy.
I was like, what is he doing? Look at him. He look crazy. But I ended up learning quickly, and they had a nice stunt double too for me. So that helped out a lot. But that role, you mentioned those two, and Blue Mountain State probably is the most fun I ever had on a show. And I think the U-Turn role on Weeds was probably the most fulfilling as an actor because I got to work. Mary Louise Parker is she's just amazing, and Romany Malco, and I got to play with those guys, and that was fun because it was so organic, and we all felt like on the same playing field, and they trusted me. and I had the most fun time ever, like breathing as an actor doing that show.
Mm-hmm. What other roles do you want to get that you've never gotten before that you're like, that would be such a big dream fulfilled if I got that role?
For one, the autistic role, I would like to do that. And I also would like to play like a real person, like, someone who was like an iconic figure. That
like a biopic.
Yeah, like a
Of
biopic.
Who?
I don't know of who.
I know
yet.
you thought about it.
I mean, I've thought about stuff before. I mean, probably not now. I'm too old now, but like before, when I was in my 20s, I used to want to do Mike Tyson. I don't know. I mean, that was the only one that I was thinking in my head that that might be fun to do, but. Mostly, the reason I want to play those roles because those are the ones that get the acknowledgement, like those, and the award goes to,
right.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what I want. Like, I want to be an actor who wins an Oscar, like that's a goal of mine, and that's a goal that I feel like not just like everybody wants to win an Oscar.
Right,
I feel like I have the potential to be able to do that if I'm put in the right situation.
Right. And that is the case, especially with your new TV show. It may not win an Oscar, but it might win an Emmy or Golden Globe, something. Yes, the show Backstrom.
Yeah.
That features Rainn Wilson, who is hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's definitely going to be a hit. It just started on Fox. So tell us about the show and tell us about your role on the show.
Well, this show, Backstrom, is it's a 1 hour drama, but it's kind of like a dramedy because, you have Rainn is funny. Even though he's playing like this misanthropic anti-hero, he's still funny and sarcastic and snarky. And then my character, this is the first time that I've played a role that wasn't like I just described, like just out there, where it's just like, crazy guy, like... This I play Officer Frank Moto, and he is a ex-mixed martial arts fighter who has turned his life over, and he's joined law enforcement. But his through line is he constantly wants to move up to become detective, like everyone else on the show. And so he's working to do that. So everything is like his ambition to become detective and prove himself. And so he's a straight guy. He's loyal. He's the guy that you want in the fight. And he's constantly trying to learn, even though he might be a little slow at things at first. He never makes the same mistake twice. So it's fun to play him just because it's different. But it's also nerve-wracking because I'm used to seeing myself as blah, and now I'm just like, ugh. And I'm just like, wait, am I boring? Am I, you know what I mean? Because I'm used to... But so that's been a good opportunity to see myself as that.
What is it like? What was it like the first time you saw yourself on the screen?
First time I saw myself on the first time I saw myself on the screen was like 14 years ago on a show called The Fifth Wheel. When I first got here.
Wait a minute, is that a dating show?
Yes.
I love that show.
When I first got here, they found me, I don't know where, I think I was like walking through Century City or something, and someone came up to me and was like, hey, you want to be on this show? And I'm like, maybe. And I did that show. And that was the first time that I seen myself on TV, and I was like, oh man, this is crazy.
Wait, so what happened?
Right.
What happened?
Did you win?
Well, I mean, I got picked.
You were like the last one standing?
Yeah, I know. She's like, wait, you? Are you serious? Hold on. Let me go look up this on YouTube because I need to see this for myself that she picked yo. But no, but it was me, and it was me and this light skinned guy.
Like,
because it's played out.
No. The light skin guy did not win.
It's important for the story. And then the fifth wheel was another pretty boy, light skinned guy with the curly hair and suave, whatever.
Right.
But they both got so drunk, like that they were just, I don't know, they were just kind of all over the place. And so everybody, and the sad thing is, all 3 guys picked the same girl. Even though the girl that no one picked, she was really pretty, but
Right.
I think she got drunk too. So anyway, we all picked the same girl, and she chose me, and
You
that
call
was
her
cool.
after?
Yeah, I called her after.
And then what happened?
Did it blossom into real love, or was it like, yeah, it was just for show, we cool, like that's it?
No, at the time, she, she was a little older than me, and I mean, nothing transpired really after that, but
That's all right.
that's cool. I mean, shout out to Lakey. I think that was her name.
She's watching this now too.
Hey,
Like,
if you watching
know who
this-
I am.
It's Lika.
Hey,
Right.
if you watching this, Lakey, things could be different now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hit my YouTube up.
The Vine.
Dive in my
And your
DMs.
Vine.
Yeah, dive in my DMs.
Right. Speaking of which, you're like a ridiculous Vine star.
Yeah.
You have 2.4 million followers.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy. How many of those are fake?
Nah, they're not
That's
fake.
fine.
They're legit.
No, they definitely are legit. You have like so many videos and they're so funny. And so, whose phone is that? Is that you? That's ghetto.
If it's not me, do I get to have that scene with you that I had with that guy in the?
Which one?
Can you be him? No, that's not
See,
me.
that's why you gotta turn your phone off.
This is not me.
It's not me.
Whose is it?
Look at this.
Mine
You want to see my phone? I don't even
not
have that
me.
ringtone.
Mine not even over here.
Not me.
It's not me. Who is it? Is it Steven? Is our producer
Right.
Steven? Who is it?
Alexa.
Why everybody being quiet about
Right,
it?
right.
Everybody sounding like I don't
Like
know.
Tom Brady?
who
Right.
it is.
Right.
I don't know whose phone
So
that
let's
is.
talk about your
That was a sound
Vine,
effect.
your Vine situation here. You make a lot of Vine videos that
Yeah.
go viral. So
Yeah.
it's like, what got you into doing this?
Well, you know, what got me into doing Vine is funny is because I got into YouTube, and for actors like a few years ago, you asked me if I want to do YouTube. I'm like, why? Like, why would I do that?
Right.
It's because I didn't really know the power of YouTube, and then once I figured that out, that for one, I could find the audience that I already generated from television and movies. I could find that audience on there and they can follow me.
Right.
And also, I can gain a new, younger audience, which you always want. I started to say, okay, well, let me create content on YouTube. I started to do that. And I met a close friend, King Batch, and we started doing YouTube together. And then Batch found Vine, and he started putting me in his Vines. And at the time, I was busy working on my 3rd YouTube channel, I was doing my vlog channel. I ain't had time, I already had to produce 3 videos a week for YouTube. I'm like, I don't got time for something else. So I would do his Vines with him just because he was just like, hey, jump in this Vine, and he started growing so fast, and I was like, why are you growing so fast? He had 100,000 followers, and he had only been on it maybe 3 weeks or something.
Wow.
And he had got 100,000, and I was like, all right, I'm in all his Vines, maybe I should start trying this myself.
Right.
And so I was a little late jumping in, but then I jumped in, and we just went really hard. We literally made it like a job. So Monday through Friday, me, King Batch, Daystorm, and maybe a couple girls at the time. From 9 to 5, we would go to Daystorm's house and we would just Vine all day. So
Right.
we'll put out 4 Vines a day, or we'll put out, and then mine started to change and evolve or whatever. And that's what we did. We did that for a clean 8 months.
Wow.
Every day just dedicated to creating this content, and it paid off.
Right. For all those people I want to be a Vine star, but wait a minute, I got to do 9 to 5, 8 months.
Yeah,
What you talking about?
we it was literally our job. We would go every day
Right.
vining, and so it's not easy. It's difficult.
Right, and I see your son in a lot of them. I need to call the people because you be beating your son in your Vine.
We're like the black Homer and Simpson, like Homer and Bart. We're like the real Homer and Bart Simpson. So my son actually, I've been filming him since he was a baby. He's just I don't know, something about him when you turn that camera on, ever since he was a little kid. Soon as I had a flip phone too. I used to, record him on a flip phone. He'd just go crazy. And so it just was an organic thing for it to happen because he looks like me. He's a ham like me. And it just became that. And I think we did, one of our first vines was something that he did stupid, and I was like, all right, let's figure out, let's do this in a vine, let's make the same scenario happen in a vine. I think it was like one of our biggest ones, and it took off from there.
That's good. I ain't gonna call the people on you now.
No, don't call him. He loves it. He's like my little stunt man.
That's all right. Oh yeah, beating him. Oh yeah, we see.
He loves it. I'm telling you, he loves it. He loves it. And we take little real life situations and then embellish them. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, but like one of the biggest ones that we have is it's called What's the Number, where I'm pretending like I'm dead, and the girl's like, oh my God, he's dead, someone call 911, and Tim is like, what's the number? And then I wake up from the dead, and I'm like, really, nigga, what's the number? So that took off, and so
that's good that you get to bond with your son.
Yeah, and I got him an audience. Now I just need for him to see. That's the tough thing. Like for me, I just had to take my own hunger and passion and work for myself. Like for him, I'm trying to teach him that same type of thing, but like kids nowadays, like they feel like entitled, so he has all of these followers now, and he's just like, I don't feel like making a vine. And I'm like, you need to work. Those aren't for you. Those came from me. You need to make your own band, and you need to give him a reason, because he gets mad. We go out, they ask to take pictures with me. They don't always ask for him. And he's like, why
they ask him
for
to
me?
Take the picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, can you take a picture of me and your dad? Thanks. Good looking out. And he's like, I want him to. And I'm like, well, work for it.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a platform. Look at all these people that live in Arkansas, live wherever, and they would kill to have an opportunity to get their hard work that they have seen. And he has a platform, and so now he needs to do the work.
Right. Let's talk about dating. We always do that on Next. What's the deal?
We got time. We can keep
Go ahead, drink your tea.
I'm current.
Go ahead. Tell us. So, are you dating anyone? Are you married? What's the status? Because there's a whole lot of ladies watching this want to know.
They don't want to know.
Yes, they do. They're
heard
looking
that
right
I did that
now.
scene with that Mexican boy, and they're like, I'm cool.
So there might be some men out there as well. Look, checking for you.
Well, in that case, yes, I have a girlfriend. Yeah, I have a lady.
What do you look for in a woman? What are the top qualities or attributes?
I would like somebody that's, for one, that I can trust. That's like the biggest thing.
Right.
I like somebody who I think is funny, obviously attractive, and somebody who I feel like, is passionate and down for me and what I'm trying to do in the world. Because like I said, I'm trying to make an impact that lasts, when I'm gone.
Right.
And so that's really important to me. And, I do that, that's number one to me, is being able to motivate and create this content that motivates more people to want to do, what I do. And so I want somebody who stands behind me in that.
There you go.
With
Sign
Megan's
lady.
hair. With Megan's hair.
With Megan's hair.
There you go.
Look,
There you go.
and
Just so
y'all
you
can
guys
buy
know,
this as well.
I want to let you guys know that this is legit. This is seriously
But you
legit.
can buy this as
Smells
well.
good.
It's so legit.
Smells
You can buy this from a Malaysian
You see
near
the baby
you.
hair?
No, do you see the roots? The roots is like, the roots tell the truth.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't seen these new lace front wigs that they got.
Oh,
You can't even tell.
No,
You
that's
can't even
legit.
tell.
Lace
So
front gonna be
legit.
all raggedy.
No, it's a new one,
The
girl.
little forehead part is a little, I don't know.
Looks like a dog.
It's a new one. Y'all so wrong.
No, I'm just
People out
saying.
here
It's
that got
legit.
good lace fronts.
Where can the people find you on social media?
I'm Paige Kennedy at all social media, so Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Black Planet, anything.
Okay, Cupid, Tinder.
Tinder. I'm Paige Kennedy everywhere, and that's Paige with no I. It's just Paige
like
Kennedy.
turn the page.
Like turn the page. Like, can I Paige Megan later?
Chad, you got a girlfriend. Where's your girlfriend at?
I just want to say
Hey,
hi
girl.
to you sometime. That's all.
I'm trying, girl.
You can find me on social media, Instagram and Twitter at Kiki Ayers, KIKIAYERS.
And you can find me, Megan Thomas, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Meg Scoop. And don't forget to catch Backstrom every, Thursday? Thursday, 9/8 Central on Fox, so you can see Paige Kennedy and his funny antics.
Hey.
And as always, don't forget to follow us, Black Hollywood Live, online and all your social media. Until next week, y'all. Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.